About 10 years ago, when I was 12, I moved into a more safer and calmer neighborhood. About a week after I realized an ice cream truck came every Sunday, I was excited. My mom didn't assist me since I was old enough to do it on my own. When I previously lived at my old house, my favorite ice cream flavor was cherry chocolate chip, hence I've been eating that flavor since I was 3. I never really changed that flavor when ordering, but it was okay. After about 5 months, I started to realize that my favorite ice cream flavor was starting to taste as if there was something weird in it, but I didn't mind it. One day my mom asked to taste my ice cream and I agreed and gave it to her. She tasted it and had a concerned look on her face. Over time I obviously got bored of that flavor, so I wanted to get other flavored ice creams. Around the time of all of this, I started to feel sick and tired. I blamed it on my lack of sleep. Anyways, I went to order chocolate ice cream. The man selling the ice creams were getting pissed at me, telling me if I was sure that I don't want any cherry ice cream. I started to get suspicious. I talked to my mom about it and she said that she would look into it, since she was a nurse who had knowledge and links. So I bought the cherry chocolate flavor again and gave it to my mom so that she could test on it, and she did. When she came back, we found out that he was actually drugging me, causing me to feel sick, so we reported him, but he was not caught. I can't help thinking what would have happened if I didn't give my mom the ice cream to taste.
Hello, my name is Anderson. Now I'm 29. Today I'm going to tell you about a terrible story that happened to me when I worked at a huge Walmart. This incident happened to me about 4 years back. In the huge Walmart shopping store, I had many co-workers who were very good and well-behaved. There were 2 girls and 3 boys. One of them, Sebastian, was my good friend. I got on very well with everyone. 4 years back in the Walmart store, Sebastian seemed very upset for a few days. When I used to talk to him about it, he was always afraid to tell me even a little what was wrong. After asking a lot, he told me one day. He said, "Man, I've made a huge mistake. I shouldn't have done that. There's no more happiness for me." Whoa, Sebastian, what are you saying? You okay? Work hard and make your life. Don't talk like that, man. That day I saw something in his hand. but he was hiding it, trying to conceal it. I couldn't see it, and he went without replying to me. The next day, there was a huge uproar at the Walmart. When I asked my coworker, I found out that Sebastian had died in a truck accident. I couldn't believe it. Perhaps he deliberately dove in front of the truck? I suspected he could have been suicidal. Everything was going well in the Walmart store, but after a few days, some horror incidents started happening there. I couldn't believe it at first, but when an incident happened to me, I was shocked and afraid completely. So one day when I was busy in the billing process and scanning barcodes of products bought by a family, the family was standing in the queue for the billing. The age of the man was about 29 years old, and the age of the woman was about 25 also. When they were standing in the queue, I saw a kid of about 8 standing behind them. That family started going out of the shop with their belongings. I shouted from behind and called them. The lady said, "Hey, what are you talking about? No, we don't even have children. So how did the child come here? He must be someone else's son. Go check carefully." I also thought that maybe he was someone else's child. So I followed him. He went on, first floor, then second floor, and through the aisles of the Walmart. I followed him further, but the child was not stopping. Eventually, I followed him further, but the child was not stopping. Eventually, when he stopped, he turned his face towards me. I got goosebumps and got shocked. I saw that that child was no ordinary child, and suddenly his complexion and appearance had changed. The whole half of that child's head was crushed in. The hands and feet were completely crooked, and there was not a single flesh on the whole body. He was bloodied. I closed my eyes very loudly and started chanting the name of God, and after a while, the child disappeared. When the CCTV footage was checked, the child was nowhere to be seen. I thought it was probably my nightmare. What should I tell everyone? No one would believe me. Then, a few days later, I saw a lot of kids' spirits at that Walmart. There were about 3 or 4 children who were talking and walking towards me, trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand. My situation got worse due to fear, and I didn't go back to work for a few days. Eventually, I went to see a priest. He gave me a locket. He said that if I wear this locket at all time, I won't see such things. A few days went fine, but after a few days, I went to the Walmart to collect my paycheck and was busy billing products. I saw a girl who was trying to say something, but the security guard was not letting her say anything. I went to check it out. She was acting a little weird. She said she's Sebastian's sister, Anita. I went up to her right away. "Hey, Anita, I'm Anderson, Sebastian's friend. What's the matter?"
Listen, carefully. Look, we have very little time. The death of my brother, Sebastian, was not an accident, but he was killed by my little brother's ghost.
Whatever that was happening, it was happening after the death of his younger brother, Ray. Once, my mom had gone for some work on the ground floor. Perhaps her parcel had arrived, so she asked my brother Sebastian to take care of Ray. But Sebastian got busy with some work and could not attend to Ray. At that time, Ray was playing with his green-colored ball. While playing, his ball fell from the balcony. He went to the balcony, and he too fell from there. He was only 8 years old when he died. Then Sebastian too was shocked and terrified. He always kept that ball with him at home. But one day, he took that ball here at the Walmart and mixed it with the toy section. The next day, Ray's ghost killed him, which everyone called an accident.
After his death, his soul came in that ball, and whoever went to that ball, I'm pretty sure that ball is in this Walmart. We just have to find that ball. Please let me go to the toy section. I will find it.
Oh God. Okay, I'll check with you. We didn't find that ball. Then I remembered that I had sold a ball 2 days ago. We did a lot of searching. Then in the camera recordings, we came to know that Mrs. Kendra has the ball now. We found her address and went there, but they weren't home. We told them everything on the phone. They too had become shocked after hearing that. In the Walmart shop 1 day later, Mrs. Kendra came there with her son Astern and the ball. Anita said,
Where is your son? We have to save his life. Tell me!
He disappeared. Eventually, we found him on the second floor. He was under someone else's control and was going to hit himself in the head with a hammer. In the meantime, a worker of the Walmart came. He tried to snatch the hammer down from the child's hand. Then he pushed it back so hard backward that he fell down the stairs. Clearly, the bone in his neck had broken. He died on sight. We all were completely terrified. Astern, don't do it! He gave us all a creepy little smile. Astern said, He will go with me. Clearly not his voice. No, baby, why are you doing this? See, I'm your mama. Obey your mama, son. But he didn't listen at all, and hit his head so hard with the hammer that a lot of blood started coming out. The situation was